Hello everyone, I have an update here on the possible drone attack at Yeysk Air Base in Russia. As a refresher, this was reported with this somewhat vague, out of focus image which is on screen now, showing a fire near the airbase. There were very other little details given. Well, I now have some satellite images from in and around the airbase which may shed some light as to what happened, and also I have some NASA firms data to look at. NASA firms data basically shows fires which have occurred. So let's check out the satellite imagery first. So first of all, we have this pair of satellite images here. So the one you can see at the bottom of the screen is from February the 22nd. The one you can see at the top of the screen was taken on March the 1st. So the March the 1st image shows what look to be pretty severe burn marks in and around the territory of the 726th Air Defence Training Centre. This training centre is located just to the west of Yeysk Air Base, so it's very close. As it says on the tin, this is a training centre for Russian SAM systems. Notably, in the past, the Tor system has been used for training here, as have Tunguskas and Igla manpads, even Igla manpads mounted on other vehicles. So it's quite an interesting little centre. Now, I don't know if training is still going on here during the war. It does seem risky carrying out training this close to an active combat zone, so the training centre may have been relocated somewhere a bit safer. Honestly though, I don't know. But the satellite image, we can see a definite change in colour of the terrain between the 22nd of February and the 1st of March when the satellite image was taken. The 1st of March, the day after the claimed attack. Now this isn't the airbase itself. The training centre is located to the west of the airbase, as seen here. For the nearest burned section we can see to the runway, it is around 2 kilometres, so a bit of a sizable distance, but it is in the same area as reported. Now let's check out NASA's firm's data. So here we are from the 28th and from the 1st of March. These are showing two fires that took place in and around the training centre. I've put them together here as a comparison, along with the satellite image that we have. So as you can see, blaze number 1 does just correlate with the scorched section on the right hand side of the training centre. Blaze number 2, we don't have satellite imagery of that area, so we can't tell, if there are scorch marks in that area or not. So it is possible we could see more if we have more satellite imagery showing more damage to that area of the base. The burned area to the left hand side was not picked up by NASA firms data, but then NASA firms doesn't detect every blaze. There have been some in the past which haven't shown up on NASA firms data. I'm not sure if that's because they've been put out quicker or if it's just like, a mistake with the system. I'm not fully sure. But it is looking like at around the time of the explosion at the base, there was a rather substantial fire. This is corroborated by firms data and also the satellite imagery showing scorching around the training centre. Now this is mainly scrubland here, so it's looking very possible that something, maybe a SAM system or a missile storage area at the training centre was hit, which then set fire to the scrubland, leading to this pretty large fire. There isn't any notable damage to the structures of the training centre itself, so if something was hit, it was likely something in the fields, likely a SAM system. I have seen it suggested that this was targeting ordnance which was stored here as well, away from the airbase, which is possible. At Novofedorivka, Russia made the mistake of storing its ammunition and munitions very close to the jets, and we all saw what happened here. So it does make sense for them to have moved the storage area away from the base itself as protection. And this base, remember, does launch Su-34s, so it could be that missiles were stored here and were the target. Given this is an anti-air training centre, however, my money is this being a SAM system that was possibly hit. Of course, we actually can't rule out a training incident. That is what Russia has said happened. Now, training accidents do happen, so the possibility that a SAM missile launched during training failed and set fire to the scrubland is of course a possibility. We actually can't rule it out. Now let's check out the airbase itself. This satellite image is zoomed out a bit, but it does show enough that we can't see any signs of damage to Yeysk Air Base itself. So it's looking like if this was an attack, it was on the training centre, not at the jets based at Yeysk Air Base. The jets here mainly being transport, but we also have Su-34s and Su-30s confirmed here. Here is a second satellite image, this one showing the eastern side of the base. Here, once again, we can't see any signs of damage. We can see some Su-34s and Su-30s parked up, along with some transport aircraft. Of interest here, as a side note, in the top right, we can see a 2134 Black Pearl. This is the 2134 variant which is used to train bomber pilots. This has been spotted here before, so it is permanently based here. But I think it is safe to confirm that Yeysk Air Base itself wasn't hit. Further backing this claim up is this image shared and put together by Brady Afric on Twitter. This satellite image shows a jet visible on the runway, as well as multiple aircraft in the air. Now we can't say for certain that these aircraft are from Yeysk Air Base. These could be from the nearby air bases at Rostov-on-Don or at Taganrog. There are 2 air bases there too. But if from Yeysk, it does show that this base is operational, so I thought this image worth a quick look. Now, I always do feel a little bit annoyed when I do a video update and have to be an absolute buzzkill and report no damage, or at least can't confirm damage, such as the A-50 in Belarus. I was really looking forward to their reporting the satellite image showed damage took place. But I think it is important to know the facts of the situation and get to the truth of the matter. At least in this case though, even though we can say that the airbase itself wasn't hit, it is looking like the anti-air training centre was either hit or did have an accident occurred there, as there is clear scorching to the scrubland around the training centre. Before we finish, here we can see that this base is over 140 kilometres to the front lines. So if this was an attack, we are more than likely looking at this being drones, because it's out of range of HIMARS and even out of range of TOCH-Q, which has a range of around 120 kilometres. It could be the Turkish TRLG system that was sent. I believe that has a range of 150 to 160 kilometres. But since that was confirmed to be in Ukraine, we haven't had actually any other confirmation of that being in use. No videos have launched and no claimed usage of the system by Ukraine. So I do have to wonder if training in the TRLG is still ongoing and it's actually not operational yet. Of course, it could be operational and Ukraine is just keeping quiet about it. Now, as always when I do satellite imagery videos, I have included the images which I used on Patreon, so you can check them out, if you want a closer look at them. There's no need to join Patreon to view them, I put them up there free of charge, and any videos I don't put on YouTube, I also put on Patreon, again, free of charge. So that's it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. If so, please click like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. And also, if you could give the video a share on social media too, to increase its range, that would be much appreciated as well. Thanks very much everybody, and take care everyone.